How's it going, guys? How is everyone? How are things going? Hope things are going good. I haven't been posting any video blogs lately. It's because I've been, well, not busy. Well, haven't found any topics to talk about. I don't know, nothing really interesting. Like I have had a few days off. I've been watching so much paranormal stuff, ghost adventures, so I've been really into my paranormal stuff. And something interests me, scares me, but because it happened to me a few times back when I was overseas, when I was a kid. I got a few stories, but I will share to you once we get to the highway. I know, stay green, lights. I love being on a bike. Woo! It is kind of scary, like going through taking corners and stuff. Sometimes you gotta always make sure that you check before you enter, I guess, if that makes sense. Just saying. Anyway, paranormal stuff. When I was a kid, when I was really, really young, maybe about, I don't know, 6 or 8 years old, when I go to bed, like, 'cause my bed overseas, where I used to live, is at the center of everything else, so light doesn't come in or get out. So some nights when I go to sleep, I'll wake up because I'm a light sleeper, because I could hear voices, like as if they're talking really close to my ear, like this close to my ear. And I can't remember what they say, but maybe like, they say something loud enough for me to wake up, like penis, or not that scary, like hello, or like I don't know, or something. I don't know. It wakes me up, like a few occasions, a few times when I was young. And the other one was when my grandma recently, my grandma passed away back then when I was a kid. She used to have this favorite chair, and this chair, when she passed away, like a few weeks later, it was making sounds, like as if someone's sitting on it. And then one day, I didn't take notice of it. I was like, oh yeah, someone's sitting outside. Then one day, I was the last person to watch TV. So I was the last person to switch off the TV, because there's nothing on the TV. It was like around midnight-ish sometime. And when I went to bed, like about that time, like midnight-ish, everyone's asleep already, so there's no human activity or whatever out in the living room. So I woke up again at 2 o'clock or something, with because I heard white noise. and someone sitting on a chair, on that leather chair, because you know, leather chair makes some leathery noise when you sit on it, etc. But yeah, it's kind of windy, and yeah, TV was on, white noise. I was like, what the hell? So yeah, it's kind of creepy. So no one was there. So, and I was like, hey, I was the last person who switched it off, switched the TV off. So I switched it off again without thinking, you know, what the fuck's going on. I was just like, maybe it's like a timer or something I accidentally pressed, but I don't think so, you know. So that happened. That's one of the other paranormal thing that happened. The other one was when my brother was sleeping in the living room on the beanbag in front of me, and nothing was going on, you know, like he's sleeping and I was sitting down on the coffee table writing some poetry or something, writing something, and I saw this dark shadow at the corner of my eye, you know, just moving across, and then when I looked, it disappeared. So, and the other one was at the same night I was writing, and then for a split second I saw someone sitting on my brother, not like squatting, but like, you know, like the Japanese style sitting when they serve tea and shit. They were sitting like that, wearing white long hair, I don't know, something from The Ring or something, and that sort of freaked me out. So I looked, I'm like, it disappeared. I'm like, what's going on? But I kind of just pushed it away as you know, I was tired or something. But yeah, that's a few of my paranormal stuff. So, and let's see what else. Whoa, I have one more. This is probably the freakiest one in my life. I was walking home from you know, late night something, and with a friend, you know, we were walking. We were kids, yeah, so we didn't have any transportation, no bicycles or whatever. And my friend was like, "Oh, walk me home." I'm like, "All right." You know, only he lives only like, you know, 5-minute, 10-minute walk. No, actually 5-minute walk. And he's like, "Oh," I'm like, "Why? What's wrong?" He's like, "Oh, I'm so scared. There's ghosts and stuff." I'm like, "So?" They're like, "No way." So I decided to, like, well, I yelled out like, "Oh, ghost, come out and play, blah 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 blah," and so I walked him home. After that, when I was waving him goodbye, he went into his house. As I walked by, there was this tree, you know, like this tree was so, well, not tree, but like, well, I saw a tree, a branch sticking out as high as that lamppost, just the branch sticking out. You can see just the branch, not as high as that, maybe shorter, maybe as high as this thing. And the light was, you know, shining on that branch, but you cannot see the other under tree, like with the tree starts, you know, like, so the branch was sticking out and the lights were showing at the branch, and that high I saw a hand came out of it, and it was calling onto me. It was doing something like this, you know, it was like, come to me, but I didn't do anything. So I was like, oh, what the fuck. And I closed my eyes and it disappeared. So I'm like, strange. So it was just one of those things, like where the hands just came out from the bush. It's like that high, you know, like serious. So anyway, when I was walking back after that, I was walking up the hill, you know, because I live on a hill, and I heard footsteps, you know, like behind me, like loud footsteps, not like dragging, like as if someone's wearing thongs and they're dragging their feet on the, you know, on the ground, so you can hear them walking like. So with that said, I looked around, you know, I looked behind me. It was probably from me to that car, that yellow taxi, is this far. I think that sound was coming from behind me. So say if that car was me, I'm the sound, like that close. So I looked behind me and nothing was there. I'm like, what the hell? And I was like, that was creepy. And I kept on walking up the hill and I still heard it. So I stopped and paused and I still hear those footsteps. And then I started freaking out, you know, like I got all these goosebumps going up and down my body, like at least, I don't know, 2-3 times. Because I was like, what the fuck, you know? And I opened the gate to the house and closed it. I'm like, fucking show yourself, blah blah blah, this and that. So it started manifesting, you know, as in like started blurring the shadow at the bottom. And then I when I started seeing that, I ran like no tomorrow. I ran home. I think I didn't shit my pants, but I nearly did. I was just, you know, I just ran. I was like, oh fuck, you know, I ran. And so that night I had plans on going out as well the same night to my friend's house. And there were 2 ways to my friend's house. One, the long way where like there's lots of street lights and stuff. The other way was through the this developing road. There's houses were being developed and stuff. So, but no one was there. So it was just the house is being developed and the road was already developed. So I was like, oh yeah, go there, go through there. So I went through there, and the only light that was shining was the moon, as I remember. And I heard the same footsteps while walking through that place. You know, it was like about, it generally takes about 5-8 minutes to go through that area, and it was the longest 5 to 8 minutes of my life, because I heard the footsteps, and this time I did not dare to look behind me, because like, why would I, you know, because it was like haven't been developed, and you know, the left hand side was the undeveloped house and the right hand side was just forest, you know, like it's somewhat medium to thick forest. So I am unsure what goes in there, blah blah blah, you know. So this time I did not dare to turn to look behind me. I was like, oh fuck that. And yeah, that's one of my scariest experiences, paranormal experience, because well, I don't know, what, like, you know, like you hear footsteps and no one's there, like, so like, of course you'd freak out. You know, I would freak out. Well, I freaked out because that night I was like goosebumps galore. I was made out of goosebumps, like as in my skin was made out of chicken skin, you know, when, like, you know, when they're naked and stuff, you know. Yeah, that was the scariest thing. But I wouldn't mind this time to go back and try and get some EVPs. EVPs as in electronic voice phenomenon. What you do is you just get a simple recorder and just say, just talk and tell them that you can hear them through this device. So yeah, you know. But yeah, if you guys have any other any paranormal experiences, please do share. I wouldn't mind knowing a few of your experiences. Anyway guys, I think that's it for now. So if you guys have any anything to talk about, or topics or ideas for me to talk about, please do share. and I'll share a piece of cake of my mind. Until then, guys, take care, stay safe out there. T-Man out. Peace.